Hey viewers and viewesses, my name is John Redstructist and welcome to a game that I've actually not played in a while. This is Tracks, everybody. Phil's joining me via Skype. How you doing over there, Phil?
I think yes. The last time I was here, you were getting some buildings together, and we had a good discussion about various different games.
Indeed, yeah.
Game talk. Yes,
That's right.
The last time I was here.
Yeah. So I don't know. Did you watch my final episode of this to see the full extent of this map that I built?
Well, it's quite. You've done quite an extensive job, haven't you?
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh,
There's
man.
really a lot of things going on here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
God, looking at some of these builds and things that I did, it's pretty good. But, obviously as we do, we always determine which games we're going to play in our recording sessions using Wheel Decide, and the wheel picked out this one. So we're coming back for a one-off little Tracks special here. But this is actually an interesting one to do. Obviously, me and Phil are just going to be having a nice, good conversation, a good chin wag as we do this. But also, since I actually last played this game, 2 DLC packs have been released for this. So first of all, there was the Suburban pack, and then there was the Sci-Fi pack. So we might be getting a few of those buildings and things that having a look at some of the stuff they add, basically. So we're going to be modifying
Those are two
this
interesting
map a
little packs, aren't they?
Yeah.
See what they've got to offer.
Indeed. So having a look obviously at the sort of build menu, for example, if we look at the sort of the top tab buildings up there, I can see a few that are already new. So we can get a sweet shop, a fancy restaurant, a coffee shop, a pub. Oh, that's interesting.
A coffee shop.
Yeah.
A coffee shop, inverted commas.
Indeed.
You know what coffee shops are?
Yes.
Famous in Amsterdam for places where you can go and smoke a bit of the marijuana.
The marijuana. Yes. We can also put a primary school or a cinema or a hotel.
Okay.
Damn, yeah, they have added some good stuff.
Added some new builds.
Yeah. So I think it's just a matter maybe of modifying Pretty System over here a little bit to incorporate some of the new
Why is it
stuff.
called Pretty System?
Well, that's the name I just gave it. I just felt like, it's a pretty little town and it's got a nice little railway system, so I called it Pretty System.
Okay,
Indeed.
I see some logic behind you there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of a thought process of sorts. My original train station with its little car park that I built.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
You've done some good jobs. Consider this is, you would think this is just the it started off as just a train with like on the wooden tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it changed around. So let's see if we can get rid of that excess grocery store there. Can we put a sweet shop in next to it? Let's have a look.
Oh, who doesn't like a sweet shop? You've got to like sweets. Sweets is where it's all about, or candy, as they call it in the US.
Candy.
It's like, I remember the oldie worldy type sweet shops.
Yeah.
Where there were like loads of sweets in jars.
Indeed.
Remember those? That's what they used to have back in the day.
Those things, quite quaint. Things from another world, practically. Okay, so that's our new sweet shop in there.
Yeah, but now
Yes.
it's all the sweets are all just down an aisle of a supermarket now. You don't really get those anymore.
Indeed. Now we've got 2 bakeries in this main area, so I think we'll get rid of one of those and put a fancy restaurant in, I do believe.
Yes, that's what you need.
Go in there. The name of the restaurant is just The Tracks, or Le Tracks.
The tracks. Got to give it a French. What's they got on the menu?
They've got pasta, tiramisu, or escargot. Interesting.
Oh, they've got
Interesting choices.
tiramisu.
Yeah. Man. It's nice to come back to this game. This game was such a nice little, just lovely, sweet little thing it was.
Sweet little building thing. Yeah, I haven't had tiramisu's actually quite nice.
Yeah, I've not
it's
had
quite
one in a
tasty.
while. Now we've got 2 barber shops. Let's just get rid of one of those and we'll replace one with the coffee shop. So the citizens
Coffee
of
shop.
Pretty City can go and smoke the marijuanas.
Marijuana. Oh, is it legal in this town? Is it?
Apparently so. Yeah.
So.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
You go. Nice. There you go. That's a bit of variety. Man,
The names of the buildings are a bit straightforward, aren't they?
they
They're
are
not,
straightforward. Yeah. Except for Mr. Green's, the greengrocer.
Good on.
Yes. Old
Get your
Mr.
fruit and
Green.
veg. Get your fruit and veg here.
Yes, now, I wonder how big this pub is. Let's have a look. Oh, that's fun. Oh, the track's in. Okay.
Yeah, get your beer and your alcohol.
Yeah, now could we put that in somewhere? I'm just trying to think, where could we stick it in? Maybe if we delete a couple of houses somewhere.
Stick it up your arse so you can stick it in.
up your ass. Oh, you remember my original pub
Watermill?
type thing over here where I used the watermill? It's got like a little seating area out the back.
Oh yeah, well now you can use an actual pub.
Ah, just noticed the. I don't remember actually the umbrellas on the tables, or parasols, whatever they are, being different colours like that. I always thought they were just sort of variants of red and blue.
Oh, there's actual people as well.
Yeah, I remember
That's
putting
cool.
the people in, yeah. Indeed. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've clearly made a lot of updates to this since I last played it, which is pretty awesome. Right,
You get your ciders then. You're a fan of a cider, aren't you? You like a cider.
I do love a good cider. Yes.
Do you like any other forms of alcohol?
I don't mind, a beer once in a while, but I must say I can be a bit picky with my alcohols sometimes. And generally, if you gave me a choice, I would usually just stick with cider. Because that's just what I like, it seems.
What is it about cider that really tempts you?
So it's me, I mean, some like wines and beers, for example, can either be very rich or very bitter.
Yeah,
and I find that cider isn't so much like that. It's just a bit sort of softer usually, and a bit nicer.
And you can get lots of different fruity type tastes for it, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Varieties of cider.
Indeed. Yes. I was thinking what would be the best angle for this.
Before I had my acid reflux incident, I used to have a bit of cider.
Yeah. Indeed.
Now I can't drink any alcohol anymore.
Having the old acid reflux. I think I might see if I can put maybe the pub in here. We've demolished
But what I will tell
houses.
actually in some related gaming news,
yeah,
which I will talk about a little bit here. It'll be interesting for other people as well. And I have. Oh, is that? That's not glitching through the buildings, is it?
It's kind of a bit. Yeah.
It is on the back here. Yeah, you probably don't want that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's replace that then with some.
But yes. Yeah, I told you about this last night. Netflix are making a Beyond Good and Evil film.
They are. Oh, they are indeed. Yeah. Which I was very surprised about. Of all the potential franchises they could have used there, I was not expecting Beyond Good and Evil of all. Of
no, and apparently they're going to be doing it based off the 2003 game.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting then. Actually, yeah. I can't remember actually. How do I make these go into bigger houses? There's a way to do it, and I've completely forgotten.
It's going to be interesting to see how they go about that.
Yeah.
Apparently Ubisoft have got a film and television division, which is interesting. But obviously they had that for the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how they go, what they do, because it's an interesting premise and storyline.
It is, isn't it? So it probably could be quite a good one, but we'll see. Obviously, the big concern with movie adaptations of video games is, you always kind of worry about how good they'll be, how true to the originals or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
it's very concerning that, because films based off video games aren't always the best.
They're not.
You've got some that are standout. I think like the Mortal Kombat film was said to be quite good, and the Street Fighter was supposed to be quite good, but then you got some really bad ones like the Tomb Raider films weren't the best.
Yeah.
So just have to see how it goes and how it actually. I thought as soon as I saw that, I had to send it. You.
Yeah. Who knows? It should be quite interesting, though, shouldn't it? Because Beyond Good and Evil, very interesting storyline, very interesting franchise. So we'll see how it turns out then. Ultimately,
Let's see who they'd play as Jade.
Yeah. That's a good question, actually. Yeah, so I demolished 3 houses there to make way for a pub. Yeah, and you can sit right out on the street corner, it seems, near the impound lot for the police station.
The other news as well for Beyond Good and Evil is that Beyond Good and Evil 2
Yeah.
is apparently not going to be released prior to April 2021.
Indeed, yeah.
So I've heard. So it's probably going to be middle to end of next year.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets released.
I'm kind of okay with that, because I'd rather they took their time with it to make sure it's really good, rather than trying to rush it out or anything like that.
This is why I don't mind delays, because it gives the developer companies an extra oomph to get it right.
Yeah.
Get it there and get it ready. That's what you want in a game. You want it like Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk was originally going to release in September. They've pushed it back to November now, which is really good news, because it means they'll have more to get together and get it so it's right, and make sure that any bugs are quashed out.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just removing some trees and things to make way for a primary school. Yes.
The little kids need their education.
Yeah, because that's the one thing actually I think I mentioned when I first played this game. There was never like a school building, but
Is there a secondary school, or is it just primary?
it's just primary. But
Wow, so we're not tailoring to anyone above
No, we're not.
10 years old.
we're not,
Yeah.
indeed. I think maybe we could give them like a little playground out behind or something. Oh, they got bus stops and footbridges now in this game, which is
Goodness
interesting. Yeah, they've really added quite
Can
a
you
lot
get
of stuff.
buses?
Yeah, you can get buses.
So
in this
now
game.
you've got the bus stops, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be putting any of them down though in this episode, because otherwise that'll take a bit of a while working out where everything goes.
Hang on, I've just thought.
hmm
You're not a big fan of simulation games, yet in a way this is a building simulator game.
Yeah, kind of.
Go on, explain yourself out of that one, Andrew.
So I'd say this is more kind of like a sandbox than anything else, because
It is very sandbox-esque.
yeah, because thing is like when I think of building sim games, usually I think of games that have things like economies and sort of financial factors that you have to take into account and whatnot. Whereas this one, there's no kind of limits in that regard. You can just place things to your heart's content.
Build.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to bring in building.
Building. God, that's a Lego Island character. That's a blast from the past, that is.
Big blast from the past, yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Okay, these fences are not quite matching up perfectly, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. A bit of asymmetry is okay. Because that was my thing back when I was building this map. I was always like, a bit of asymmetry lends something, a bit of character.
It does. Everything has to be. Well, tell that to the OCD people.
Yes. The OCDers.
It's interesting that primary school has got little decorations that you might find in primary schools, the little flowers outside.
Little murals, yes.
Yeah.
Let me just,
The easy days, as we call
Indeed.
it. The days of primary school.
Yeah. Man. Gosh. There we go. That's sort of okay.
You know what these
Playground out
fences
back.
remind me of? The English countryside. I've just been able to think of the English countryside then, and it's just, our countryside is just absolutely beautiful.
It is, isn't
And
it?
you know when you're truly in the British countryside, when you go for a walk, right, in those,
Yeah.
and you come across those stone walls,
Oh,
then
yeah.
you know, the famous stone walls.
Indeed.
Then you know you're in the British countryside.
Yeah.
Oh, I love walking in there, going up the mountains and just chilling out and having a nice little walk. Oh, it's especially when it's a nice day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just go walk down a path. You see the stone walls, because we've got some cracking countryside. Like obviously near us, we've got like the troughs.
Oh,
or
yeah.
the Trough of Bowland.
Trough of Bowland.
The Forest of Bowland. Yeah, the Lake District. That's not far. The Lake District is wow,
Indeed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the Lake District is an AONB,
Yeah,
or Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty.
indeed.
Yeah.
There we go, getting this little
And you
playground
come across these,
together.
oh yes, the famous picnic benches.
Yeah,
Yeah, which you see outdoor in like beer gardens in pubs.
yeah.
The famous
Indeed.
benches, yeah. Especially when you get a nice day.
Oh my god, they got swings and slides now in this game for... Oh, we've got to definitely put some of these in for the kids in the primary school.
Yeah. And you can put those in it if you've got a central like playground.
Yeah. Actually, my playground's not really... I have to take some stuff out of it, I think. Maybe if I remove this one tree and this thing over here, maybe that picnic bench there, so I can get them in. Hold on. There you go, put the swings there, like that. And maybe see if we can get the slide in somewhere. Oh, that's quite big, that is.
It's quite big. It's got the little
Yeah.
foot as well.
How am I going to fit this in? Let's see if I... Oh, no, I didn't want to remove that. That's
Oh my
not
god,
what
it's hovering over water now.
Yeah. Whoops. Let's just put that down again if I can find the grass block. Oof. Careful. Oh.
I'm assuming this wasn't that expensive, this game.
No. I remember it being relatively sort of
Yeah.
cheap from what I recall, I think. Hold on, I need to increase the size of this bad boy, I think. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Put that up like that. Yeah, that should be... it's not quite... No, it's not quite the right size now. Hold on. How do I... Oh, there we go. That's got it back. Just need to right-click to undo. That's what I needed to do. Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me just get rid of the stuff I put down so I can get that slide in. Because I definitely want to get that into a playground.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'll have to get rid of this thing as well. Rejig this whole thing.
Get a few things out on there.
Yeah. Put it there, like that. Yeah, that's kind of alright. And then we can put a picnic bench back in somewhere else. If I just increase the grid subdivisions again. Right, let's see now. Where's that there picnic table? There it is. Yeah, actually if we put it sort of Maybe at an angle like that. Yeah. Okay. And maybe put some benches back over hither.
Schools do a lot of renovations.
They do.
Because they can get, because some schools we have out here in the UK can be quite old.
They can.
And they need a little bit of renovations to keep them going.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, every time I moved school and went to different schools, they actually started doing some renovations, and I kept missing out on them. Yeah.
Indeed. It's like every place I've been for my education, it always feels like there have been renovations going on, whether that's primary school, high school, through to sixth form and university as well.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting to think that in the old days in schools, way back, people used to write on little blackboards?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you had everyone had their own little blackboard that they'd write on? God,
Indeed.
that was like way back.
Yeah. There we go. Got a few.
Got a nice little campground.
Indeed. Just a few
This is another question. Every time we come to these little ones, I'm relating our talks to them. Have you ever been camping?
No, I haven't actually.
Never been camping?
No, I have
that's
not
interesting.
indeed.
I have. Actually, I've been in the various different ones, tenting
Yeah.
a bit, which was good. Caravanning and campervanning as well.
Yeah.
I won't go too much because we talked about camping in one of the forest videos.
Yeah.
But yes, I have been on the various different ones, and it's interesting. Well, tenting is a bit, because when you're in a caravan, it's a bit more cozier.
Yeah.
Because you're in, but when you're out camping, you've got to do a few more things. But it's definitely an interesting experience.
Indeed, it is. Yeah. When was the last time you went camping? Long time ago.
Oh, it would have been with my parents. Yeah, they've got their own caravan.
Yeah.
But the last time was with them, but it was a long time ago now. And I don't do it anymore.
Yeah. We've got an ice cream van. I know where to put this.
I remember the famous jingle. Actually, sometimes it does come round here and you can hear the jingle.
Yeah.
And you get a nice ice cream. And you'd always ask your parents, can I have some money?
Indeed.
Yeah, so you could get yourself a nice ice cream, a nice Mr. Whippy.
Mr. Whippy, that's the
99, that's it.
There you go, I think...
the basic of all ice creams,
indeed.
the 99. All it is just vanilla ice cream in a cone.
Yeah.
With a flake. Yeah.
Indeed, yes. I think we'll get a few people down around it here. It's a caravan site, it's actually devoid of people, since it's an area which you think there'd be a few holiday makers scattered around.
Yes.
Let's get some.
That's what you do. You go holidaying in the old caravan. It can be quite a stressful experience.
Yeah.
Especially when you first arrive, because you've got to set everything up.
Indeed.
Obviously, you've got to be connected to the electrics. You've got to get the water up and ready.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. There's also got some new farmer figures that we can put in maybe over here as well, which is awesome.
A bit of farming simulator.
Bit of farmers. Get my combine harvester. Here we go. Just put a couple of people around. There's a lot of farmers on one farm, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, here's where I get my fresh milk from then.
Yeah. You see, Pretty System Dairies. Oh my God, you can get a cruise ship. Oh,
you finally get sort of boats now.
Yeah.
Cruise ship, eh?
Because previously they were just little sailing boats.
I like the cruise ships, but I've been on one the Dover to Calais.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, where you go on that. That's quite cool because it's really amazing when you go inside them.
Yeah.
It's like you've got these little shops and things, and you're
Indeed.
like, whoa.
Yeah. Now that is a nice big freaking cruise ship, that is. Look at
It
that bad
just.
boy. It's the SS Trax liner. Everything's called Trax.
Everything's Trax related,
Yeah.
yes.
Damn, the paintwork on this could do with touching up, but yeah. Oh, look, they got even the little onboard pool with the sun loungers.
Who's got one of them?
Yeah.
I'd like to go on a cruise, like a proper one. Like the ones that you get from things like P&O and
Oh, yeah.
there's some ones like that, the Royal Elizabeth or whatever you call them. Got all sorts of wacky names.
So like the
but they're supposed to be really
Cunard
good.
liners. Yeah, Cunard is the ones that has like that's like the traditional sort of English
Yeah.
sort of cruise company with like the Queen Elizabeth QE2, whatever it's called. But yes.
Supposed to be really good. Well, not if you're seasick. If you get seasick easily. Yeah, I know a lot of people can get seasick.
Yeah.
It's just the feeling of the motion that calls it.
Indeed.
The most, because obviously you're used to being on steady land.
Yeah.
What is peculiar is I have been, not because my auntie and uncle used to own a boat, and have been on. When you come back on land, you sort of feel like you're swaying a bit.
Yeah,
it feels really strange. It does feel really strange. You're sort of like, ooh, what's going on here?
It's because you got used to that motion, and then suddenly something's not there anymore, and you don't need to worry about it. Indeed, yes. Now I've got some more space somewhere for some buildings because we've got a cinema and a hotel that I want to put up.
That's just reminded me. Cinemas open yet? I don't think cinemas are.
I don't know actually. How big is this hotel? Whoa, that's a big building. Nice.
That's a cracker of a building.
Oh, look at that bad boy. Oh, definitely need to get this one in here, I think. So we need to demolish some housing. Okay.
Make way for the hotel.
Yeah. Redevelopment, everybody. How big is this thing? Is it going to glitch through a bit? It is going to glitch through, so we need to take these ones out. Okay, hold on. Actually, oh no, not the cinema. I didn't want the cinema. I wanted the hotel. Hang on, what if I put it sort of like this? Oh, because it's got back windows as well. That's pretty good.
Ah, yes, when you used to go on the balcony.
Yeah. So maybe if we sort of put it like sort of about there, so it's kind of facing the road, but then it's got a bit of space behind it, so people can see out across there. Well, I have noticed
that this hotel has got a very original name.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that again. It's
called
Hotel.
Oh, right. So this is the cinema. Yeah. There it is.
Indeed. Yes. Yes.
What is a shame about this game is the fact that there's just no movement.
Yeah.
Cars don't. People don't walk about. That would be good if they did things like that.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. Ooh, a rally car. What the heck?
Oh. We haven't even built a rally track, so you can't put a rally car out.
Unless it's somebody who's bought a rally car and is just driving it around. Let's just
one of those
stick a random one there in front of the hotel.
Races.
Yeah, because we can. Okay, maybe put some people actually outside the old hotel, waiting for check-in. There we are.
That's it.
There we go. Put
That's something. I wouldn't be too fond of doing that as a job. Working in a hotel.
Oh, working in a hotel, yeah.
Yeah, just because not only you have to, sit at reception and do things like that, but you have to deal with customer complaints, and you could get some people who get very angry.
Indeed,
especially if they go up and find that the pillow's not being washed properly, or you just have to deal with all the complaints. Yeah, or the food at breakfast has not been very good.
Yeah. Indeed. Right, now I need to find somewhere for this cinema that I want to put in. I feel like it needs to be somewhere fairly central in the town.
Do you know why cinemas charge high prices for food?
Because they don't make enough from the ticket sales? Is it something like that?
They don't make, because part of the ticket sale has to go to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, because the royalties or whatever.
Yeah, for the royalties. So they have to charge more.
Yeah.
This is why you should totally bring your own food.
Indeed.
Rather than spending £4 for a bag of sweets, get it for £1 from the supermarket.
Good point. Indeed. Yeah, it's not worth buying their stuff.
Well, there was a thing in the past where cinemas didn't allow you to take your own food in. They do now. They do now allow you to take your own food in, but they never used to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It looks okay.
I think you need to move that to the right a bit, because it was glitching into the left building.
I wanted to sort of get rid of the gap. It's not quite in the left building. I'm just wondering if maybe there's something I can use to fill up over on the right, just to get rid of that gap. But unless I sort of centre it rather than having it strictly over towards...
Oh, does it have a now showing? What's showing? Tracks?
Saying Tracks the movie.
Oh, that's a film I want to go see.
Yes. I mean, it kind of... the back of it kind of interrupts this area a little bit. But, I think it's okay. I think it'll do.
Why have you got Why have you got street lights along a big patch of grass and cars parked?
Because I don't know. I just
that doesn't really make sense.
I know it doesn't, but the problem with the sort of the base blocks in this game is that if I sort of made them stone, they would be like meshing at weird angles and stuff.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, and I kind of wanted to have it sort of like a residential street, quiet sort of suburb area. But yeah, it's all right. It'll do. I think it'll be okay. It looks a bit weird, but. Yeah, it's fine, unless I sort of do my classico thing of where I get some fences or something and just sort of wall it off a bit. That's animals.
Wall off a cinema?
Yes. Yeah. Some like wooden walls like this, maybe. And maybe just put them around the edges. If I kind of work this out.
So people can't go behind the cinema, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you went to go see in the cinema?
Probably something that I saw with you. I'm trying to remember what it would have
Surely
been.
not.
I've not been to the cinema in a long time. It might well have been the Assassin's Creed movie, now that I think about it.
Was it? Have you not been to the cinema down in Swindon to see anything?
No, there is one near me, on the retail park, not far from where I live, but I haven't actually been to it. I'll have to.
It's just a process as well of if there's any film that interests you.
Yeah.
And if you go on the website, obviously at the moment I think cinemas are closed.
Yeah.
But and I think what's going to happen is they're going to have it like so. You have to be like every other seat.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Indeed. Yeah. Indeed.
But yeah, it's a process of looking on the website and seeing what is available.
Yeah.
Is that a bush?
That's a bush. Yeah.
Can you make a?
You can make it all kinds of colours. You can make it blue. You can make it pink. You can make it red.
What the hell?
Yeah. See, there's a colouring system, which is awesome. Actually, it means you can really customise your town as you wish. Oh, bollocks! Keep sort of pressing the wrong button there. I kind of want to do something with the back of the cinema to make it look a bit more pleasant, but yeah, maybe just put some bushes in just to. Actually, that doesn't really look right, does it?
I like a good bush.
Oh, you do, eh? Yes, indeed. Deary me, Philip, what do you like?
You know what I was watching recently, which was interesting?
All right.
The Wolfenstein Surfaces and Hot Talk.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Oh my God, that was.
God, I remember that.
That was bizarre.
It was bizarre, wasn't it?
Because obviously the Surfaces consisted of 3 maps that was just looks like someone showing off their project for a university.
Yeah.
And then the Hot Talk was just this prostitute. One of the prostitutes you got from the game, vanilla game, just giving you 5 bits of dialogue and you're basically locked in a room.
With her, yeah. Kind of weird, wasn't it?
It was strange, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that sort of it jazzes up the back of the cinema a bit just to make it look.
We've got a bit of jazz, yeah, a bit of orange trees.
Yeah, because we can. Orange peach trees, because why not? Oh, a bonsai tree. What does that look like? God, there's so much. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Huh.
Very
yes,
peculiar. That's the famous design of the bonsai tree. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else really in the... Oh my God, you could get signs for crossings. Oh God, and then there's the whole sci-fi stuff down here that I haven't even
what's
looked
all
at
this
yet.
down here? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you can get alien flowers, alien mushrooms, alien bushes, rovers, service rockets, satellites.
Rovers? I mean, are we on
Space
Mars?
stations, UFOs. Oh my God, lunar landers, shuttles.
Oh, you gotta get one of those. You gotta get one of those put in the sky.
Yeah, we've got to, definitely. Okay, let's see. Where can we put this at? I need to put it into Alt so I can put it in the sky somewhere.
Ah, there you go. You see.
Yeah.
See if anyone can spot it.
Yes. We'll put it
Well,
sort
you could even make your own Area 51.
I could if I wanted.
Yeah.
Don't know if I have time in this video, but yes. Let's put the UFO over there because we can.
No, yeah, this video is just like general chat and having a look at the various different new content we can
Indeed. Yes. Oh my God, there's a whole spaceport, an observatory. Oh, that
Oh.
could be a good one for a pretty system. Oh, yes, hold on.
Oh.
We could put that up on the hill somewhere.
Observing the stars.
Yes, maybe over here in this direction.
What's this here? We've got a factory
Yeah, this was the power station, which I made. I sort of made it with a combination of stuff. I used hospital buildings, factory buildings, and various other things to try and sort of make these kind of unique structures.
Might be interesting to work in a power station. Although one place you don't want to work in is a nuclear power station. No. Let's not forget Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, yes.
April of 1986.
Yeah, let's get rid of some of these trees and stuff.
I wouldn't want to work there. No, it's definitely not a job for me.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to have some form of science degree as well. Yeah.
I think, nuclear technology today probably is a lot safer than it will have been back in the past, but even so...
Oh, it's very dodgy still. Yeah.
There you go.
If I had to work in a power station, I'd probably just work with an electric one.
Yeah.
Because you've got less chance
More
there.
Conventional one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we've also got a radio telescope we could put in. Ooh. Yeah, do a bit of turn this into a little bit of a jodrell bank. Yeah.
Get SETI on the go.
SETI on the go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Put that there. Yeah, it's like a little observatory. Space monitoring place. God, you can get all kinds of stuff like spaceports, launch pads. Oh, God, that's a big one.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
That is the spaceport, that is, Phil. Oh my God.
Bloody hell. Are we at
huge.
Are we at Cape Canaveral?
Yeah, Cape Canaveral, Cape Canaveral. There's a launch pad. Oh my God, there's all kinds of stuff. Flags. Wow, geodes, jagged rocks. And then all your little figures like aliens and astronauts and robots.
Oh, right, it's the alien stuff.
Yeah, there is. Oh my God.
It's also got little signals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Signal. Oh, you can put traffic lights.
Yeah. God, there's so much been added. Yeah. Okay. I think it's good.
Oh.
Just a random flying saucer over there.
Oh, you've got to have one of them. I mean, is this radar must be going off now because it can see a UFO.
Indeed, yes.
Unidentified frying object.
A frying object. There's a crashed UFO you can put in as well. Maybe hide that maybe down in the corner somewhere over here, just as a little additional feature. Just
put a little crashed UFO in.
Yeah, sort of like that maybe. Yeah. There we are. The secret of Pretty System is hidden right there. That's why there's a flying saucer over there. They're looking for it.
Have they been able to find it? No, they haven't because they're useless.
Indeed.
Can't find any sort of alien life.
No intelligent life detected.
Certainly not around here. No.
Certainly not.
What are
on
those
the General Red
balls
Strategist
there?
channel.
Oh, that's terrain stuff, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what those balls were there.
Yeah, for some reason, it's the blocks, but for some reason here they're represented as balls. I don't know why.
I beg your pardon?
Strange. Balls. Yes.
I beg your pardon.
Dearie me.
The Pretty System.
Yes.
Did you put all these trees in individually, or did the game?
I did, yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Basically, I just had a bit of fun with it. Sort of sprinkled them down. I did a lot of work off camera on this one in spare time.
Oh yeah, because it's a big sort of one.
Otherwise it would be a bit fiddly and whatever else have you.
God, isn't it just?
Yeah, indeed. Okay.
Big old city. Can I come and live here?
Yes, you can. If you pay the, the rather extortionate citizenship fee.
Oh God, you've got a citizenship fee.
Which I just made up now, off the top of my head. Yes.
It looks very bustling, is a good word.
Doesn't it? I'll get some canoes.
Skyscrapers with your offices.
Yeah. There's some canoes down over here so people can go kayaking if they want.
Down the river.
Down this little,
have you ever done anything like that? I have actually been whitewater rafting.
I've never actually been kayaking or anything like that before.
We were in the US, we went whitewater rafting.
Yeah.
Oh, that is an experience.
Yeah, I think I've seen a picture of you and your family one time.
Yeah, so we got a picture. God. Yeah, with my mum. Was the most shocked. But yeah, we have been whitewater rafting. That was fun. You think the annoying thing was it took us quite a while to actually get to the rapids bit.
Really?
We're going along the flat water, and it was just like the anticipation and the wait.
Yeah.
And then when you finally got there, it was intense, but it was fun. Intense but fun. Yeah. It was really, really good though. Definitely an experience.
Yeah.
But other things like canoeing and kayaking I haven't done. I'm a bit worried with kayaking because you're sort of cramped in that small space.
Yeah.
And if it tips over, you've got to... I know there's ways you can tip it back up, but...
Yeah. It's just one of those things, getting stuck underwater in one. It's like the nightmare.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah.
Like
just put some lily pads down.
That nightmare where you're stuck under the water and there's ice above you.
Oh,
yeah.
No. That's a horrible one.
No, going to Antarctica.
No, not for me. Not for me, Phil.
You can't really go to Antarctica anyway because it's just inhabited by scientists and
Penguins.
Murdo Station.
Yes. Indeed. The penguins are restless, Phil. They don't like people in their land, They sit
Have we
there
got the right way around? Because we can't get confused, because penguins don't live in one of them. Is it definitely the Antarctic
I
they live
think
in?
it is, it's the Antarctic that
yes, and then the polar bears are in the Arctic.
That's right.
So it's those misnomers that people go, oh, what do polar bears eat? Penguins. No, because they're on two different sides of the planet.
Yes.
Polar bears live in the Arctic and penguins live in the Antarctic.
There you go. That's a bit of feature to the water. That's what it
now,
is.
Have you got a police station?
I do have a police station.
Good,
yes.
Have you got other emergency services? Have you got a hospital?
My hospital is right over here that I built.
Fire station. Or I might have seen your fire station on the last time I was on here.
Yeah, the fire station is way over here. It's there it is. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
You see, Pretty System has almost everything it could we need. I do believe.
Here's a little interesting question for you. Mm-hmm. If you had the option to work for any of the, the 4 emergency services, which would you go for? So, if you're wondering what about the fourth would obviously be I think they class the fourth one as the Coast Guard.
Yeah. Coast Guard, mountain rescue, stuff like that. Yeah.
The fourth, yeah. So if you could work for any of them, which do you think you'd go for? Ooh. I just think, all of them, I was about to say which is the least stressful, but they've all got their own stresses in all sorts of ways.
They do.
And danger.
Oof, that is quite a good question. I'm not sure, actually, which one would you go for? Because, they all have pressures and there's there's danger involved with all of them.
Absolutely.
But, I don't know, maybe, possibly I don't know, paramedic or ambulance. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because if you go,
Really got to know your stuff. That's the problem.
That's the only issue
You
with
fuck
that one.
up or put a catheter or a syringe or something in the wrong area.
Yeah.
And screw their life up even more. Yeah. I suppose with the police, you've got the danger of obviously if you're going after a rob or something, they could stab you.
Criminals.
But
violence,
then also you do have the boring moments of being a police. Just doing like for instance. The beats, or going to like football stadiums when nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
Or the worst one is the just having to stand outside, on a Friday night with guys in the pubs and the clubs, and sometimes just nothing happens, and you're just standing there going,
Indeed.
Yeah.
But I think actually, suppose it depends. I don't know. I don't know how it works with the police when you sort of go in. I think you do maybe a couple of years as a sort of standard constable on the beat somewhere, but then after that, I think you can potentially move into different roles. So I suppose you could choose
sort of
something
things,
different.
detectives and things like that.
If you wanted to go into like criminal investigation or something like that, or because I was thinking to myself, because obviously the police has lots of different subdivisions and different units and agencies within it. So I wonder, like, how do you kind of go into different ones? I guess you can sort of move in after so much time in a career. And
you have to sort of build up, build up your thing. So that,
Indeed.
With the paramedics and ambulance, you've got to know your medical stuff.
Yeah, you do.
A lot, and know where things are going. Being a firefighter is, but I mean, you've got the risk of smoke inhalation. And obviously fire is one of the most destructive forces on the planet. And a big killer. As well.
Part of me would say potentially Coast Guard, because I love my maritime stuff, but then again, Coast Guard is, even though I imagine probably emergencies at sea are probably not anywhere near as frequent as more common ones like fires and houses, things like that. Having said that, though, Coast Guard is still an incredibly dangerous one because it's such a hostile environment to work in. With
the water mountain rescue as well. That is, they've got hostile places up there, and when you have to rescue people,
absolutely,
it's interesting. But you've got to go through a lot of training, don't you?
You do,
a lot of training.
Absolutely, it's
shit tons of training.
Yeah,
you really have to do a lot just to do it. But once you do it, you've got that nice feeling that you're doing something for the and unfortunately there are some that don't get paid enough. Like obviously the big thing with some of the NHS staff don't get paid enough, and hopefully the impacts of this coronavirus is really putting to the forefront our NHS workers, because they have been working incredibly more than
hard,
incredibly, haven't they?
Indeed.
And so they should be commended, get paid more.
Absolutely.
Because they're right in front of, they have to face these people and are like, oh no, don't come near me, you might have corona. They've got to face it.
Indeed.
To this person, to these people who've actually got the disease, and potentially some of them have actually died.
Yeah.
Because they contracted it from the patient.
Absolutely. It's hazardous role.
Absolutely.
Oh, my airport. I remember this.
It looks quite barren.
It is, yeah. I didn't really know what to put in, because the problem is that with real life airports, when you see the grass verges, obviously they always keep them very clear.
Yeah, that's true.
Of any obstructions, so I couldn't really.
That'd be an interesting job, wouldn't it? Being a pilot.
A pilot,
and
yeah.
I know that requires lots of training. You've got loads of buttons when you go inside a cockpit. I think I would more rather be, if you like your travelling, being a air hostess or an air
steward.
Air steward, that's quite a good little job.
I suppose.
But the issue is doing a lot of travelling, and you might be away from your family
for a while. It's also the fact that if you're on like a long haul flight, it can be quite tiring, especially if you're dealing with awkward passengers or anything. But
did you know they actually have a little place above the plane on the long haul flights where air stewards can actually go and have a sleep?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's only on the long haul planes. But they can go in there for a sleep. But they always have to be prim and proper. They have to make sure their uniform is all correct and dressed. It's not really something I thought about, I must admit, when I was young. I had some weird, interesting jobs. I think one of the first jobs I wanted to be was a magician.
All right.
There was one moment when I was thinking of wanting to become a magician. I don't I think my sister had plans to become a marine biologist, which is
All
interesting.
right,
But then she scrapped that idea.
Fun fact,
because
marine biology, that did at one point interest me as well. But then I learnt, in order to kind of go into that career area at high school, you need to have, well, not high school, sorry, but you need to try and get multiple sciences at A level. And the problem with me was that I was good at biology, but not really at the other ones, chemistry or physics. So
I think she also found out that you don't get paid quite a good amount of money when being a marine biologist, so just scrap that. But yeah, one of the magician was one of the first things. And then I actually got interested in the idea of being a teacher.
Yeah.
I was thinking of being an IT teacher and things like that. But again, you've got to go through a PGCE.
Yeah. Indeed.
Your sister's a teacher, is she not?
She was a teaching assistant, yeah, but she's now an exams officer. Yeah, which is an interesting one. She's not really dealing with kids necessarily. She's just sort of helping out with administration of exam papers and things like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's a little job. Yeah. What did you, when you were younger, what sort of jobs did you have in your mind? Because obviously you weren't, I would assume you weren't thinking of being lecturers in international relations, things like that. What sort of ideas did you have?
For a while when I was in kind of high school, because English language was one of my better subjects.
Oh yes, you wanted to be a journalist, didn't you?
Yeah, I always thought probably that's where I'd end up, in some kind of writing career. So that was where I.
Yeah, because you like doing your short stories.
Yeah, things like that. Indeed. Yes. So.
Then you decided to go the politics route, didn't you?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, went to the politics route and haven't looked back. It's been good.
Yeah, you've really enjoyed your education.
Yeah.
Because you obviously you must have been starting to think I want to do something in education, and you just started. At what point during, because when you went into your undergraduate, like in your first year, were you thinking at that point, do you know what, I think I'm going to carry on to masters and postgrad after this?
So,
not masters and PhD after this, or were you thinking, I might just get a job straight after I've done my undergrad?
Yeah, so with me, when I started undergraduate, I didn't really have a kind of clear idea of necessarily what I want to do. I just sort of had that general aim of maybe, going into some kind of writing-related field like journalism or something.
Yeah.
The idea of going into academia didn't really come about until I was in my third year, and I really had to start seriously thinking about what it was I wanted to do afterwards. Yeah. So that's the thing, in my first and second year at university, I'd got involved with a few sort of extracurricular writing-related stuff, like the student newspaper and stuff like that. But the problem with journalism is obviously it's a very competitive field.
Ooh, isn't it just?
Yeah. And the problem is, some successful journalists say that if you're going into that field for your first kind of maybe couple of years, you might have to sort of freelance it until eventually someone offers you a permanent position for a publication.
Yeah.
And so there's no kind of real job certainty for like new time journalists or anything like that.
That is a worry.
It can be very difficult, yeah. But then, obviously, a lot of job fields these days are very competitive as hell. Academia is competitive as well, insanely competitive. But
so you thought, scrap that, I'll become a circus clown.
A circus clown, yeah, I'll run away to the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
See, that rhymes. Nice. There you go, indeed. Okay, I think we've had a good episode there. We've put down. We've put down
had
a
look
load
at
of
some various different stuff.
Yeah, some nice new stuff to jazz up Pretty System here. The Pretty System redevelopment.
Well, yeah, just want to say with me as well, when I said being a teacher, I thought I was thinking of becoming a teacher, but then I thought I really started to get into IT, as you well know, and I thought I'd like a job doing some sort of like IT web development. Yeah. So I started going into that sort of field, and the job I'm obviously in now is a technical analyst.
Yeah,
that's the sort of my sort of job. And I do enjoy it. Yeah, it's sort of me. Is that I'm a very technical person. I love computers. I love doing things like that. It's always been my favourite subject at school. Is IT, computer related topics, and I've always loved doing it and going into it.
Good subject area, indeed.
Especially as we're coming into the technology. Well, we are deep in the technology age.
Yeah, you need it. Everything needs computers these days.
Yeah, I've heard that it's become sort of mandatory.
Yeah,
in high schools now.
Yeah,
and
IT.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, there you go then, everybody. So, hope you enjoyed this little track special with me and Phil. Come back to have a look at some stuff that's been added since I last played, as well as having some big conversations. I think we'll start wrapping up here then. So, thank you for joining me then, Phil, for this recording session.
Yeah, who knows, we may do another tracks. It's all up to our lovely little wheel.
Indeed, yeah. It'd be good if we did another episode of tracks, because potentially we could do more with the sci-fi pack, because we haven't really...
Yeah, have a look around. Well, let's not forget, what did the wheel pick for 3 times in a row?
Oh, indeed, it picked Wolfenstein 3D at one time.
Yeah, 3 times in a row. Yeah, so you never know. And since we've reduced the list, there is more of a chance now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Indeed. So there you go, everybody. Hope you enjoyed as well. Facebook and Twitter links down below as usual, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. In the meantime, of course, if you enjoyed, don't forget, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But in the meantime, all that jazz indeed. Yes.
Oh, as well, just before I like doing little things for the viewers. Viewers, tell us as well what sort of job that when you were younger you were thinking of going into, like us. What job are you in now? If you are indeed in a job or you're still in education. If you're still in education, that's fine. Tell us that as well. But if you're not and you're actually in a job, is the job you're in now what you wanted to do when you were in secondary school, or have you vastly changed? Like we have. Did you want to be did you were thinking of being like a policeman or something, but then decided, nah, not really for me, and became a lawyer or something, for example? You never know what happens as you go through the education years. Yeah. But yeah, tell us what job you were interested in when you were younger, going through your school life, and then what job are you actually in now?
Indeed, yeah. Some little topic of conversation for you all there. Other than that, we're going now, so signing off. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
And I thought the whole world was supposed to be formed to one cocoon and just all
Yeah.
Does it? What on earth is going on?
Well, here's the thing, actually. We didn't ever see the outside world in the last one, so how do we know it wasn't all a lie? That's the thing.
That's the thing. Well, okay.
Yeah, so we never know. It could be more to it than we realised. So, pirate voice then?
Right, voice.
This new character of Ron is going to have a very swashbuckling buccaneer voice. Arr! And when that long-awaited day finally came, I felt proud in a way I couldn't really put into words. Arr! I felt like I'd just become a part of something greater than myself. Does that make sense, you landlubbers? Actually, that's exactly what it was like. I was truly in a dream. Arr.
Right.
Best voice.
Oh, don't. Big Academy again.
Oh, okay, so...
What the hell?
Right.